How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another pay-per-view in our UFC save in WMMA 5, and here today it is UFC 290 SANDHAGEN versus Wood. The Bantamweight Championship on the line in our main event here today between Cory SANDHAGEN and Nathaniel Wood. I'm AZ Plyo 21. I appreciate you guys as always. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, on Twitter, all the good stuff, the Discord. It's going to be down in the description below. Let's take a look. We had to cancel one of our prelim fights because there was an injury. Nonetheless, after this fight, what's next to come? UFC Fight Night Ngannou versus DeFries. UFC Fight Night St. Pierre versus Wonderboy Thompson. UFC Fight Night Kevin Lee versus Leon Edwards. UFC Fight Night Weidman versus Van Steenis. And then UFC 291 John Jones versus Cain Velasquez for the heavyweight championship of the world. But our main event tonight is Cory SANDHAGEN and Nathaniel Wood. It's our pay-per-view here today. Let's get into it. In Colorado, more specifically Denver, more than likely, where Cory SANDHAGEN fights out of the first prelim. What a fall from grace. Powell Kielek taking on Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Gaethje, number 20 in the lightweight division, coming off a win over Tofik Musayev. He takes on Powell Kielek, number 17 in the division, 3-0 in the UFC. It's a tough ask for Gaethje, honestly, and he gets TKO'd in the first round. Yikes. So Kielek 4-0 to start out his UFC career. Luis El Tigre Gomez taking on Kevin Angel of Death Aguilar in the featherweight division. And it is Kevin Aguilar in 33 seconds dispatching of Luis Gomez here today. Number 15 in the division, but now on a nice 4-fight winning streak. Kevin Aguilar. Maybe we see a little bit more out of him in the fights to come. Marina Moknatkina taking on Kaliso Sangsorn in the bantamweight division. Sangsorn already number 15 in the division after a 2-0 record, beating Degchireva and Caitlin Vieira. Moknatkina 4-2 in the UFC, coming off a loss to Aspen Ladd. And it's Moknatkina giving Sangsorn the first loss of her career, increasing her record to 10-4. And she's now won 4 out of her last 5 fights. Good for Moknatkina. Leah Letson taking on Janae Harding in the featherweight division. I love that we're finally able to get this featherweight division, up and running, get it going a little bit, just so there's a little bit, more action going on in that division. Harding, her UFC debut. Leah Letson is 3-2 in her UFC career. And here in the featherweight division, it's Janae Harding, the 30-year-old, in her UFC debut, getting the win here tonight in round number 2, and she's happy that she was able to cap off her UFC debut with a win. Rio Hada taking on Joseph Benavidez in the flyweight division. Benavidez, a little bit of a fall from grace, number 11 in the division ever since he lost the title. And Rio Hada, number 23 in the division, looking for a big win over a former champion. He is the underdog, but my guess is that Hada takes it. And, oh, nope, never mind. Joseph Benavidez with a big comeback win over Rio Hada via unanimous decision here today. Casey Kenny taking on Brad Katona in the bantamweight division. Brad Katona, a former Ultimate Fighter winner. Casey Kenny, very close to being ranked, just lost to Dominic Cruz in real life, so Kenny might take him here as the favorite. But Brad Katona knocks out Casey Kenny in round number 3, and Katona is now 4-3. In the UFC, that is. Scott Askham taking on Alexander Shlemenko in the middleweight division here. Askham 35 years old, but he looks 60. Shlemenko 38 years old, but he looks 25. And it is Scott Askham getting the win here today. TKO in round number 2. He is now 3-4 in the UFC overall, but wins in his first fight back to the UFC in quite a while. Boziget Atayev taking on Phil Davis in the light heavyweight division. Phil Davis a big favorite in this one. Atayev, number 20 in the division. Phil Davis slightly above him, and Phil Davis wins this fight via unanimous decision. Yair Rozenstruik taking on Marcin Tybura in the last prelim fight in the heavyweight division. Rozenstruik, number 23 in the division, having a tough time as of late. Marcin Tybura coming off a loss to Tom Aspinall, and it is Biggie Boy Rozenstruik who gets the win via knockout in round number 3, increasing his record to 12-6. So we make our way to the main card. Everyone give me your $60. It's Dustin the Diamond Poirier taking on Irish Joe Duffy. Now, Joe Duffy is coming off a win over Christos Giagos, but before that he was in the super lightweight Grand Prix, lost to Kamaru Usman. And Dustin, on the other hand, number 5 in the division, coming off a win over Thiago Moises. Before that, a couple losses that really haven't hurt him in the grand scheme of things. And Poirier looking for a big win over Irish Joe, and he gets it. TKO victory in round number 1 for Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Rodolfo Vieira taking on Fabian Edwards in the middleweight division. Vieira, number 3 in the middleweight division, a huge winning streak for him. On the other side, you have Fabian Edwards, undefeated, number 10 in the division, coming off a win over Yushin Okami. Both of these guys look very, very good, and it is Fabian Edwards TKOing Rodolfo Vieira in round number 2. He is still undefeated at 17-0, and I wouldn't imagine he's probably going to be in the top 5 now after such a big win like that. Alexander Rakic taking on Jan Blachowicz in the light heavyweight division. This should be an interesting one, as Rakic in real life, is the number 1 contender, but he's not going to be fighting for the title anytime soon. But here, coming off wins over Phil Davis and Derek Brunson, lost to Blachowicz in December of 2021. So about 2 years ago. Jan Blachowicz, 40 years of age now, on a 4-fight winning streak after losing to Jones, Uzdemir, and then Teixeira. He's beaten Rakic, Serkinov, Alvi, and Thiago Santos. And it is Alexander Rakic who gets the win over Blachowicz here today in round number 2 via TKO as well. Cyril Gane taking on Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa in what I'm assuming is going to be, it is going to be a title eliminator for the heavyweight division. So whoever wins this fight will be fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. Cyril Gane, you can see number 3 in the division right now. 3-fight winning streak to Fries, Struve, and Curtis Blades. And then on the other side, you have Tai Tuivasa, number 1 heavyweight in the division, I should say, other than John Jones, obviously. Coming off wins over Rosenstruik, Alexander Volkov, and Rumble Johnson. Knocked out all of them. Lost to Francis Ngannou, however, back in July of 21. And so this is our co-main event of the evening, going to decide who the next challenger is for the heavyweight division. Cyril Gane is a slight favorite, but it is Bam Bam Tuivasa who knocks out Cyril Gane, or TKOs him, in round number 1. Tai Tuivasa will be fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. Very interesting. Possibly a date with John Jones. Cory Sandhagen and Nathaniel Wood in our main event. Nathaniel Wood is the interim UFC bantamweight champion after beating Thomas Almeida. You can see the run that he's been on as well. And on the other side, you have Cory Sandhagen coming off wins over John Dodson, Marlon Moraes, and then submitted Piotr Jan to win the bantamweight championship. And he takes on Nathaniel Wood here today in our main event. Let's get it going. Going to be unified. Mario Yamasaki is your referee. Sandhagen in front of a home crowd. I would not be surprised to see a submission victory here for Sandhagen. I feel like if it goes the distance, it might favor Nathaniel Wood a little bit more. Shooting in on Wood is Sandhagen. Takedown attempt. And he gets it. Wood gives up his back. Oh, this could be over quickly. Nearly over. Tries to get a rear naked choke in, but he can't get it. First round nearly over. Rear naked choke, trying to get it, and he gets it in this time. And ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mario Yamasaki, calls a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 8 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Cory Sandhagen. Wow. In front of a packed house in Colorado, made $28 million on pay-per-view. You love to see it. Popularity increases all around. You absolutely love to see it. Let's see if there was a fantastic fight. There was not. Let's see. Great. Let's go ahead and give it to the heavyweights. And let's see, performance bonuses. TKO in 33 seconds. That'll get it for you. And let's give one to Poirier and to Tuivasa as well. All right. $33 million profit. We love to see it. We'll go ahead and skip all of this. As always, we're going to update our emails, and then we'll let you know what is next to come. That big Jones and Velasquez card, that is going to be incredible. I can't wait for that one, just to see what happens. 3 title fights on there. Very interesting to see what comes of that fight card. Appreciate you guys as always. I'm AZPlow21. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Follow me on Twitch. Link is down in the description below. I'm always playing this game or just a variety of other games. I've been playing a lot of NCAA Football 14. I got a little Oregon Ducks dynasty that I've got going on right now. And, you know, probably just playing the occasional random game from time to time as well. But I appreciate you guys as always. We're up to like 415 subscribers now, I believe, on YouTube. And, I mean, I'd love to see it continue to rise. Get up there to about 1,000 or so. I think our next big goal is 500 subscribers. And once we get to 500 subscribers, that'd be pretty awesome. But ultimately, my main goal isn't for the subscriber count or really money. It's just to play this game, entertain you guys, maybe start some conversation, you know, make some friends along the way. All that good jazz. But I really appreciate you guys. I mean, getting 1,000 subscribers would be pretty cool because that would mean that I'd be able to start making money on the channel, but that's really not the reason why I'm doing that. I know I'm not going to make much money out of doing this. It's just out of you know, just me wanting to have fun, share all my gameplay with you guys. And I'm a big fan of this game, WMMA 5, and I know a lot of people are too, but, you know, maybe can't afford to buy the game and just enjoy watching me play it. And irregardless of whatever it may be, you know, it's awesome. All right, looks like we're gonna go ahead and check in on our rankings here. I wouldn't be surprised if Tai Tuivasa is still #1 in the division after everything that we just saw. I will say though, it starts to get a lot slower. The days progressing as time goes on in your save. It really does start to take an effect. You know, days take longer to load and things like that. You know, so kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Let me know what UFC fights you guys are looking forward to down in the comment section below as well. I know I'm looking forward to Adesanya and Vettori. I'm going to that pay-per-view live, as a matter of fact. That's going to be here in Arizona, so I'm super excited for it. Not only that, but Nate Diaz is going to be in action as well. 2 title fights on that card, as a matter of fact. All right, we're here. Let's check on our rankings. And at heavyweight, still Tai Tuivasa. Cyril Gane moves down to #5. Marcin Tybura moves down. Rosenstrike moves up to #19. At light heavyweight, Alexander Rakic is in there at #3. He is the next #1 contender for the light heavyweight championship. And Reyes down to #4. Blachowicz down to #12. Some people move up. Davis up to 20. Atayev down to 22. Middleweight, Fabian Edwards is the #1 contender, and I agree with that. I mean, Vieira was going to get a title shot if he won, but I mean, it is now going to be Fabian Edwards, 7-0 in his UFC career, and a big win over Rodolfo Vieira there. So, the time is now. Let's get him in there. Fabian Edwards, the new #1 contender. I mean, Costa just lost to Darren Till. Kelvin Gastelum, I think he's injured for another 20 days. He probably needs one more big win to get in there. And when is Darren Till available? I mean, soon. So there you go. Vieira all the way down to 13. McCrory down to 15. Ask him up to 14. Brendan Leeser back in there. At welterweight, Some people move up. Max Griffin back in the rankings. At lightweight, Dustin Poirier up to number 3. Duffy down to 16. Gaethje all the way down to number 24. Kielek to 14. At featherweight, Aguilar into number 13. Combs Ekpo is now ranked. At bantamweight, Nathaniel Wood down to number 4. Petr Yan and Michael McDonald move up. At flyweight, nothing going on. At featherweight, Janae Harding into number 5. At women's bantamweight, Maknat Kina back in the top 10. Sangsorn all the way down to number 18. Nothing at flyweight, nothing at strawweight. So the next time that I see you guys will be for UFC Fight Night and Ngannou versus DeFries. We also got St. Pierre and Wonderboy, Lee versus Edwards, and Weidman versus Mancinas. And it's all culminating with UFC 291, Jones versus Velasquez. I'm AZ Plow 21. I hope you guys have a very good rest of your day. I'll see you guys at the fights.